You're listening to the PAC Podcast. Be sure to give us a like and follow, and hope you enjoy the episode. We the PAC, this our part, I bet you like that. We them boys putting rugby back on the map. All the scrams gotta go, Rucker rivals let them know. Thank you, Tony. And good afternoon, ladies and Tonys, and welcome to the PAC Podcast, powered by the PAC Athletic Club. If this is your first time joining us, we are a touring rugby club and reformed MEMEdia platform for the players. We're the voice of the people, and we're simply here to make rugby great again, one meme at a time. This episode is proudly brought to you by Skyscanner. Next time you're looking to book your flights, accommodation, or car rental, hit the link in the description and or the link in our Instagram bio, and follow the Skyscanner link for the best competitive prices. Now, my name is Sione. For long-time listeners, I'm sure you've seen on our social media, there was a transfer. We lost our QB1, but we've got a massive offensive lineman that we've just picked up. We've got from the Kalapu Focus, Kelepi Haumono or Mono, and everyone knows Dave, our Sydney Tony, and then the return of the most suspended person in the Big Athletic Club, Tino Masese. Welcome, boys. Welcome.
Let's go. Thank you.
Before we get into what you boys been up to, let's get into our thank you Tonys. Dave, since you're a veteran here, mate, let's kick off with your thank you Tonys of the week.
My thank you Tony this week is actually a reverse psychology on a bloke that I've been trying to get on the pod this week for an interview. Our great Daniela Tupo Tongan Thor. Thank you, Tony, for saying yes to recording a interview, and every time I turn up, he gives me chores to do at his house. So that's my thank you, Tony, this week. So hopefully, if I keep harassing him, I can get an interview out of him.
So yeah, nice. You guys are playing nurse and maid instead of recording an interview for the pod. But thank you, mate. Thank you for that, mate. Tino, what have you been thankful, mate? What's on your thank you list?
One thing to be thankful for this week, and it's thank God that Super Rugby is back.
Yes.
The rugby season is back. They finally watched something proper on TV other than anime. It's been pretty good.
Let's go. Super Rugby round one. What a round it was. Now, Mono, I know you're a rugby league guy, but you guys probably we didn't do a proper intro on Mono, but some of the Rugby League Nines, if you came on that tour, you would remember our team manager. But Mono, what have you been thankful for in the last few weeks?
Thank you to you, Tony.
Oh, thank you.
You've been helping a lot with Kalapu Focus. So make sure you follow Kalapu Focus as well.
Did you just come to plug another podcast, mate?
So shout out to you, Tony.
Yeah. Shout out, and can you put your mic closer to your mouth, mate?
Sorry.
Because we can know your nerves, mate. I know it's your debut, mate. It's going to be all right, mate. It's going to be all right.
Put your hands down.
Okay. Yeah, don't do it. Okay, now, thank you, Tony. My first one, Tino already said it. Rugby's back. Super Rugby, one of the greatest rounds. Make sure you go cop Rugby Heads as we talk more rugby, pretty much rugby in that pod. But another one was you boys. You know, we were let down by our QB1, Ryan Freeney, leaving. Just no warning, just leaving. And then you boys answered the call. You know, we need our listeners. You know, they've been listening for the last 3 years every week, and then Freeney just leaves. He sees the followers that Rugby Heads is getting, and he just leaves us. But you boys stood up, and thank you for answering the call, which also leads us into our scrams. Freeney was also my scrams for leaving. It was out of the blue, like just the other week. We were getting ready to record the PAC podcast as we do every week, and he sent me a letter, which is weird because people don't usually do that. They do emails, but he sent me a letter, and he sent his letter of resignation from the PAC podcast, and he got offered himself and the Rugby Head. So, mate, Freeney, you're my scrams. If you're listening to this, fuck you. And also, if you're listening to this, no, you're not coming back. I know you messaged me and said you want to come back because you're sleeping when everyone talks about rugby on the other podcast because it's boring. Mate, you're stuck there forever, mate. Stuck in the other realm. So thank you, mate. And so And Dave, who's your scrams? Actually, Dave's is another scrams. Dave's is another scrams. We were gonna do another episode last week, and Dave's like, "No, I got an interview because we'll talk about it in the next segment, but we want to move this PAC podcast into being an actual platform for the players and actually call into players overseas, call into players around here locally, and just check in how they're doing, what they're doing outside of rugby, that sort of stuff." And Dave, I told Dave, start small, try and get someone from club rugby. And what does he reckon? Nah, I know Taniela Tupou. I'm like, what are you saying like that, mate? It's Daniela, you're Tongan too. And he's like, nah, I know Taniela Tupou. I'll get him. And mate, for the last 2 weeks, it's been scrams. He was like, oh, test my mic. Yeah, all good. And then no recording for the last 2 weeks. So Dave, you're my scrams, but now it's turned to you. Who's your scrams of the week?
I can be your scrams until I get this interview sorted. My scrams for the week is Taniela Thor, because he said yes 3 times, and then every time I turn up with my mic, and he played my mic, so that should be more professional setup. But anyways, so he's my scrams for letting me down. But we'll probably have to go with someone else now because it's a bit too big for us. But he'll be my scrams as well until he does an interview.
Yeah, okay, mate. So, Nella, mate, if you're listening, which I know you're not, yeah, come on, please, mate, get it going on, mate. Because Dave's been talking, I'm like, just start small, mate. But, anyways, Tino.
Hey, guys, I don't have a scrams, but I have a solution. Tanya, we're going to come on to speak some big name jobs here.
Right,
we didn't get Tanya Football, the Thor. But you know who we got? We got the Tongan Butterbean.
Oh,
whoa. 1 plus 1, we lost 3. We didn't get Taniela, but you mashed it together. Look who we got. We got the best guest ever.
Peanut butter.
Tongan Butterbean.
Oh, Butterbean.
Let's not turn something into a negative.
Yeah.
A negative.
Solutions.
Where do you Tino? He's got smart ever since he started wearing glasses, man.
And on the other hand, I've got Dubber.
Oh, man.
You got a rebuttals, man? Or?
No, it is what it is, Sometimes you can let the people talk.
Yeah, come
But my scrams of the week will probably be back to Rugby Nines. The coach, Freeney, had no clue about any of the rules about Rugby League. Didn't know what he was doing as a coach. And next time, don't have a big Freeney as a coach, guys. And for leaving us on this podcast, you're a dog. Ref. You're a dog.
Okay, you're coming in, you're his replacement. You're coming in pretty heated there, mate. Can't wait to have Freeney on the guest episode just to clap back, mate.
It must be
now. The Butterbean nickname. He's just he's really
so we're fat shaming because you lost weight, are we?
Whoa.
I see what we're doing.
Can Moana Pacifico relax over here, mate? Come together, mate. Come together. Let's come
It's
together.
only the first game, mate.
Yeah, okay, mate. Alrighty, now that was our thank you, Tonys and Scrams of the week. If you got some, make sure you leave them in the comments. Now let's get into our PAC update, proudly brought to you by our platinum sponsors for the Hong Kong Tens, APW Group. They're back again for another year, the experts in expat investments. Now, boys, a quick little update. Dave, firstly, what have you been up to other than not getting an interview with Nella? What you been up to, mate?
Come out of rehab. I've actually completed my 5th weekend of off the piss, which has been really good for me.
Yeah, thank you.
So that's been really good. Other than that, I'm back at work, back at training. Had a little mishap the other week. We're trying to fix gout. Hey, sharp.
Well, I thought that was free.
Sorry.
No, carry on.
We're trying to fix gout with a moon boot. So I'm sure I'm still on the trajectory of not going to the doctors, just keep going to the physios because they can't diagnose gout. So I'm in and out of a moon boot the last fortnight. But the most positive of what I've been up to the last 5 weeks is clean, sober for 5 weeks, mate.
That's good, mate. That's
so you're
very
in
good.
denial. You're in denial.
No, he's in denial about gout, but it's good that he's,
Yeah.
making sure that he's looking after his mentalities. But that's a good one. Thank you, Tony. If you get a chance, can you just move your camera down a little bit so you're in the center? Back to the podcast. Tito, what have you been up to, mate? It's been a long time. You had one little taste. Now you're back, mate.
Yeah, I had one little taste, got a little bit of suspension after the first one. My manager talked to the guys in the studio. We worked out a deal, just to come in politically correct and not to be so controversial like Elon Musk.
Thank you, mate.
Elon Musk but look, just trying health as well. So just trying to get my health back in track. I don't have the gout. Gladly say that off my chest, but
must be nice, eh?
Still have
Okay.
Carry on.
I still have the love machine,
Oh.
Yeah, she's still there. So
Okay.
we'll get rid of that one. But that's all I've been up to.
Thank you. Very good update. Mono, what have you been up to since you've been a team manager of the number 6 club in the Nines?
Yep, so I do have gout. And currently just got surgery for my gout on my knee.
Yeah.
So slowly healing. And I'm not like Dave over there in denial, Sometimes you just gotta, be real with yourself,
Yeah. Realistics.
We get it
Mate,
made, 20s back in the days, but those days
You got money to have a go with me. Just do your update.
whoa, what a cool. Relax, mate.
See, that's the real Dave. If everyone, that's the real Dave.
Yeah,
Just
everyone thinks he's a nice guy,
he's
but
not
really,
a nice guy.
oh,
He's
mate.
not a nice guy.
He's a true colours, mate. Blurry and black.
Sounds like we need a clinical trial.
The man of solutions over there. I like it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Now we're trying to take the podcast in a new direction, be a platform for the players, like we've been saying in all the intros. What are your thoughts on, what you want from the podcast, Dave? Start with you.
Yes, I think, like you said, a platform for the players, humanize the players a bit more. Instead of anything that fans and supporters ever see of players is press conferences, which is not that it's heavily scripted, but they kind of all say the same thing. Nice to know what Daniela Tupou's up to on his weekends. Like, tell us he's playing the Pokies and all that. I mean, playing poker. Someone like Suariti, what he gets up to on the weekend. None of the corporate stuff that they currently normally do. So fans and supporters can relate more but they know that they are far more similar to these people than they think they are. So they all hit the Pokies and that on the weekends, just like everyone else.
Very nicely said, humanisation. Dave, and Tino, any segments you want to bring in, or what do you want from this?
I agree with Dave. Like, I like where Dave is going with this. Want to peel it back, get see the real identity of these players, and just to talk to them, like just asking like basic fan questions, like just instead of being a fan, like what would you be doing if you weren't a player? Like, would you be like us? Trying to influence people to like rugby or something like that. But what I'd like to see more is just the laughter. I think a lot of our podcasts now has just become either too cliche or with the niche market. But if we could be a platform too where we can bring a little bit of laughter, break down these barriers of these players and just get the humorous side and make the world a better place.
Yeah,
100%.
Whoa. So we got Dave with the humanisation. We got Tino with the world domination. And what do you think, Mon?
I just got back the boys on this one. Just kind of make everyone see the boys as
Oh, so you pretty much didn't do your homework and you just copy Dave and Tino? No, that's okay, mate. Yeah, okay, mate. No, that's good.
Well, we've got humanisation and laughter over here to start with. by the end of this, we can solve world hunger with this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we can solve.
I think we got too much of the world hunger going on over here. But yeah, mate, in the comments, let us know what you think, what direction, any segments you'd like to see on the PAC podcast. But yeah, and, another thing that's been going well for us is our merch. We've finally dropped some decent merch. The hats, we're restocking on these. They sold out pretty quick. Restocking these, and also another hat that we'll be dropping hopefully end of this week, or we might even save it for the start of next week when we drop the next pod. So keep an eye out for that. But we got winter coming up, boys. What do you want to see in our selection of merch? Dave's kick off. What do you want to see in some PAC merch on the winter?
A cricket vest would be nice.
Cricket.
The cricket vest, you know, the triangle vest with the sleeveless.
Oh, the private school vest.
Like an oversized.
No, an oversized one, man.
Yeah.
Hey, you asked for my opinion, so there you go.
Yeah, I'm just asking questions. Why are you being so defensive? Is everything all good, man?
I don't think
I'd like to see
it. Watched cricket before.
A cricket vest would be nice, and also a beanie.
Oh, got Greg David.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll be nice to see in the range. So if suppliers got any of that, that'd be nice.
All right. So cricket vest and beanie. And Tino, what do you want to see in our range of merchandisation?
I know we do the hoodies. I know that's done, and there's these bigger, but I want to see the crew neck back.
Oh.
The crew neck, long sleeve back.
Yeah.
Just a general everyday wear that mum can wear, that your partner can wear.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily
Back to basics.
But if we can give it, if our partners or your girlfriend comes over to your house, or you know what, and they're taking that merch home,
Yeah.
you advertise it. They'll take it back to the group. So, that's
Okay.
See, that's a good one. And if you got a girlfriend and a wife, make sure you buy two.
Or
So
boyfriend for your case. Or,
That's right.
Yeah.
we don't judge over here.
Hey, mate, he's doing inclusion. Yeah. Anyways, Mono, you got anything that you want to add before you get kicked off on the pod next pod?
Maybe some plus sizes, maybe some plus size shirts there. If you can add that, for the big people out there.
Oh.
And then include us, big fellas in there.
Oh, Tony Big.
Tony Big. Tony Big, is it? Oh, okay. Tony Big might have to fight. Okay. All right. Thank you, mate. Okay. There's some good things for us to think about. Also, once again, let us know in the comments what you'd like to see in the merch for the Pig Athletic Clubs. And let's get into our Hong Kong 10s. That's our next tour. We did 9s. We failed at 9s. We did Hong Kong last year. We just failed on the last kick. If we got the kick in, we would have won. But we're back to Hong Kong in a few weeks, the last week of March. Now, who are some club players? Dave, I know you're having Sydney club players. Who are some club players, current free agents that aren't signed with Super Rugby clubs that you'd like to see with the PAC badge in Hong Kong?
Oh, I think I'm starting off with this one. I'm a bit biased. The Lebanese Lamborghini, who's a free agent at the moment.
Yeah.
He does a lot of training by himself, more so than any other team. So I think he'll be a good get if he's available. Lebanese Lamborghini to go to Hong Kong. The other one, which has always been good, is the big dog, they call him at Sydney Uni, Jack McCalvin.
Ah, yes.
He's also a free agent, and he's been along the years doing academy stuff with TARS and whatnot, but he hasn't really never got the crack. But he'd be good to take to Hong Kong. And then the last one, if we can get him on loan, is Declaney from the LA team.
Yeah.
I know he's currently on a professional contract, but if we've got a clause in there to get him on loan to Hong Kong, it'll be nice to see him make some more people on the internet pregnant by him making 60-meter breaks.
Yeah, shout out to him. Made his debut today. Actually, I watched his game. He definitely won't be playing because he played well. He won't be coming with us. But Tino, you're close with our coach. Our coach is he's very hard one to please. We gave him some of our names from our 9s team, and he was very tough. And he's like, oh, I got my list. I'll add him to the list, and then he's got another list that he'll add to another list. I just don't get it. But you're close with the coach. What are some names that you think he should be looking at?
Look, I know he played in the 9s, and I think he has a wealth of experience playing this shorter circuit. That's Bomber 4.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if he's in the squad or has been asked to come into the squad, but I think he will be a key leader in that in the leadership group if he does come to the tens and if he's allowed to come to the tens. I'm not sure if he's signed with anyone right now. I think he's still looking good. He's still looking fit.
Silent achiever, right?
This started to sound like the rugby heads, but I think he'll be a great addition to that. And I think he's got a lot of touring experience.
Yeah.
So, he can, he'll bring the drinking games. He'll bring the fines to Kangaroo Court.
True.
He'll bring the swagger to training. He'll bring that leadership, and that's the kind of things we need to see right now. But look, I don't know where the coach is at the moment. I can't give you any secrets. I can't give you any intel just as yet. I'll call Shans back in a few minutes and I'll see what update we can get. But as far as I'm concerned, Bummerfall is
Bummerfall. Yeah. Get him in there. I'm keen to see him. From the Nines, you're team manager. Do you think any names from there should be carry on into our tens?
No, I agree with you. Bummerfall, he was pretty good stand-up. But what about you, John?
Yeah, mate, I'll give Coach heaps of names. He's like, Niles. Okay, fuck you, Coach. So, yeah, mate, my feelings, I'll try to keep it to myself. And you might see another Global Focus team next year to go against the PAC if Coach don't take my players, mate. But, yeah, it'd be interesting to see. And if you're keen to play, I know a few of the players have been messaging and sending in their video highlights. I've been forwarding it off to Coach, but make sure you get us at Pig Athletic Club or Laveni and Ari. Get him on Instagram, mate. Just get in his DMs, mate, and say, Coach, pick me, mate. Please pick me.
And make sure you come at the correct weight.
Yeah.
It's called a bomb squad for a reason.
Yeah. But speaking of bomb squad, I think another addition Coach should be adding to the budget is our friend Tino here, mate. Somehow Tino, but I know it's behind the scenes that we probably should leave this chat behind the scenes, but Tino got cut from the budget. But I'm just saying we need some justice over here, mate.
Yeah, we need some justice. When we posted that ABW sponsorship, platinum sponsorship, first comment I see.
This is not for you.
This is not for you. I was like, this is not for your yellow card or red card.
Oh, we're just joking. Yeah, Coach, if you're listening, just jokes. Just the jokes. We are going to get Coach on hopefully next week to discuss some of the ins and outs for the squad. Just a little bit of a teaser.
Remind the people that don't listen out there. What are the dates for Hong Kong?
The dates for Hong Kong is the last Wednesday, Thursday. I believe it's the 25th. 26th of March. So yeah, if you're in Hong Kong or if you're in Asia or if you got some time off, make your way down to Hong Kong Football Club and watch us try and get our revenge. We were one kick away from being named world champs on our debut, but we'll be back to try and have another crack at it. But speaking of last year's efforts, Tino, you were there. How do you think the campaign went? What did we do well? What do we need to, what can we fix for this year? What are your thoughts on last year's campaign?
As being last year as our debut back into the Hong Kong Tens, look, I thought it went well. I thought there was a little bit of area where we could have worked on that sort of management. That's all just the small stuff. The boring stuff that no one likes to deal with, and we all know what they are. But look, I thought when he came in, he toured a number of 17 that year, so he brought a wealth of experience. He brought all the young boys together. We have some great players who have shipped onto the Japanese league and have found contracts in other places of the world. But look, I thought the vibe, I thought the energy, and I thought our product was on display there. That we were definitely not a team that they were looking, that they would have looked on paper and said, look, I think these teams are a threat. I thought they didn't know who we were. And last year we put a stamp on Hong Kong Tens and say, this is the fuck we are.
Yeah.
So better come next year. So I think we've applied a little bit of pressure on ourselves too to bring back that energy and that same intensity that we did last year, like bringing in the bomb squad and just, the vibes off the field were amazing. But yeah, I just think this year we need to bring home the cup. And
yeah, well said,
that's
man.
my thoughts.
Well said, and we'll be back. We still have a few partnership, sponsorship options available, so make sure you hit the link down below and get in contact and support our troops. I mean, support the boys. Support the boys. Yeah. Okay, and then our major sponsor, APW, they are the experts in expat investing. Firstly, I wanted to get on this, segment, financial literacy. Dave, I know you sound like you're financial literacy. How are you with money, mate, and investing? Do you have a current portfolio? I know it's we're not brought up as Islanders into it, but how are you, mate?
Mate, I could be. Put it this way. Are you right there, mate? With your vaping?
I got the Can you answer the question before I answer your face?
Yes, I am.
Whoa!
Oh, sorry. It's hot. Yeah. I just want some respect.
Short answer is no. I do not have currently an investment portfolio. My investment portfolio currently exists in the Pokies room at the moment, but should probably take all the money I have put in there. I just wanted to find out that it wasn't a good investment to make, so probably should give all that to the major sponsors and see they can tell me what to do with it. But yes, like you said, it's something we probably don't ever think about or don't have the money to do it. But I think what most people don't realize is you don't need that much. You'd be surprised how much money you need to start having an investment portfolio. It's not what I'm saying is there's a portfolio for everyone, and you can start pretty much anywhere. You don't have to have $20,000 in the bank to be able to do it. So you can start small somewhere, and these are the best guys to give you that advice.
Yeah, it sounds like you know the right thing to do, but you haven't been doing it. I don't want this to sound like therapy, but luckily you had some answers to your own questions, and I feel like you did well there, Dave. So we've got to give our claps. We've got to give our claps.
My therapy. I did like my therapy. I have all the answers. I just need someone else to reassure me that I am correct.
Well,
yet still do the wrong thing.
These guys,
do as I say, not as I do.
These guys at APW Group, they have a playbook for investing. So if you want to get some information about that, make sure you hit another link in the bio. It's going to be a lot of links in the bio there. So make sure you carefully click on the link APW Group and get your hands on their investing playbook. Now, Tino, I know you got some glasses on. It makes you look smart, and you're sounding smarter now, mate. And some problem solving. How are you with investments and that sort of stuff? And if you got into it, how did you get into it?
Look, it's a bit of a journey.
Bitcoin doesn't count, mate.
Hey, mate. Okay, it's not your turn, mate.
Let's just put it this way: for all the family feasts you've bought in your whole life, you could probably buy a whole store. Let's just put it those layman terms.
It's true. It's true.
There's $30, $40, $50 that you can invest. I invest now. I put in $50, $100 into an ETF.
Right.
Weekly. And that's just the S&P 500. That's the Aussie stock.
Yeah.
I'll get a little bit of percentage or a dividend every quarterly. It's up to me if I put it back in or I take it out. I think it's a smart choice if you're going to start investing. We waste a lot of money on our KFC. I'm just putting a name.
Yeah.
We waste a lot of money on fast food as us as Islanders.
Yeah.
But if you were to sacrifice one fast food meal a week and put it into an ETF, doesn't have to, and Dave's right, you don't have to be investing in 20,000, 40,000. This is investing little bits. You know what they say, you can cut things 1,000 ways, and I forgot.
And then you can glue it together with one glue stick.
Well, you know what I'm doing. Brick by brick. The war in China wasn't built with one big brick. That's right. It was built.
I think what you're trying to say is Rome wasn't built in a day. There's more than two ways to skin a cat.
Yeah, but there was
he's talking about China.
No, what China?
There was a karate book.
But yeah, mate, it's
awesome.
good. See this. And how did you get into it?
Right.
We're Islanders aren't. We're not bought. Our parents normally fresh. They didn't do it in Tonga or in Samoa. They didn't kind of teach it to us like balangis from generator to generator. They teach it. How did you get into investing?
I did it as I tried to find a way out of the FIFA life, and I was just like, look, how can I build a portfolio for my kids in the future? So, pretty much, if I save my KFC meals the next 20 years till my son, graduates school or graduate uni, he's got a bit of a slush fund there where he can buy if he goes to do a trade or something. We're not going to be left out of money. We can start him up young. I think it's just still a generational.
Yeah.
Like my parents. I know we didn't come from anything, but our greatest opportunity that our parents have given us was coming here.
Man, see, that's the one.
Break the curse.
Yeah, and now we're going to 2x it. We're a little bit smarter. Okay, what am I going to leave my kid?
Yeah. Like,
so that was the thinking going behind the...
Hey, no, I had a question.
Rich scheme.
I had a question for Tino because, you talk about, investing that money that could have gone on KFC into his kid's future. If your kid piss you off, are you gonna fuck you? No, invest this week. I'm gonna go KFC treat myself, mate.
Look at it this way: if he pisses me off when he's 21, then that money's for me.
You're good, Tony.
See, that's why you talk about cutting the thing. Well, the scissors. But yeah, you got anything to add? Because they did pretty good, mate. Don't ruin it.
Hey, man.
Yeah, another one. You did do homework, but thanks for coming and agreeing. But yeah, mate,
Go
well
boys.
said.
Go boys.
And if you're listening and you want to get into investing, you're always putting it off. You think you got to wait until you have this amount of money. You got to wait until you have this amount of money, and you just want to school up. Make sure you hit up APW group and or hit up Tino. Hit up Dave, not yet. I'll hit up Tino. Get dip into it. Don't keep waiting. You keep putting it off. Your stomach's gonna get bigger, but your wallet gonna get smaller.
That's right.
See if you do that.
And stop doing, stop the pokies, Dave?
Oh, stop the poking.
Stop the
poking. Yeah. All right. Now, last segment, we've got our Dear Tony. This is where we give advice to people. If you need some advice from your uncles, make sure you send it in. And this Dear Tony is proudly brought to you by Cheeky Biltong. Dear Tony, I cheated on my misso with one of her rugby teammates. She has been teasing me for the longest, and on the weekend, I fell for Satan's apple. I feel bad about it and want to come clean to my missus, but I know she will fussy me and her teammate. Should I keep the peace or let Jesus take the wheel? Wow. Tricky one, yeah.
All I can say is, now your missus got to eat, yeah? Give her orange. Give her something else than the apple.
You had the apple, you had the apple.
Give her the apple, if you know what I'm saying. Give her orange.
Yep.
Give her a pear. Give her a banana.
Yep.
Don't give her the apple, because if you get the apple, oh, my friend, rest in my peace.
Exactly what Tino said.
So, okay, can you unpack what Tino said? What are you doing if you heard that for the first time on the podcast? What Tino said? What's the orange? What's the orange?
In Tino's own words, in layman's terms, don't give her something that'll kill her.
Oh,
And you.
Oh, that won't end the relationship. Just give her. Oh,
Yeah.
sounds like gaslighting, but in my head, I'm sounding like gaslighting. Like you're trying to you come clean, but you blame her. I don't know. Am I hearing this wrong?
No, you
That's
don't.
a bit toxic.
Coming clean is the apple.
Yeah.
Go the other way. Give her the orange man.
Reverse psychology.
You go, what the freak? Your teammate just kissed me. What the freak? Yuck.
I need orange.
Yeah. Just trying to. What are your thoughts, Mino? Apple, orange, or what? That's another fruit.
I'm gonna have to.
You don't need to do homework on this one, mate.
The Wikipedia only needs to know what it needs to know. Wikipedia.
Okay, mate. Okay.
I'm gonna say, be a man. come clean, mate.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Come clean.
You feed her the apple too.
That's it. Feed her the apple and then throw it away, and then
Whoa.
it is what it is, you know?
Okay, so
Tell the
let Jesus
truth.
take
Tell
the
the
wheel.
truth.
Yeah.
Tell the truth.
The truth
Oh.
will set you free.
the truth will
Romans
set you
20.
free. What about you, John?
No, mate, I'm just a host here, mate. But there's some good things. I definitely would come clean as well, mate. It's always better to get it off your chest. You know, I've been on the other side of it, so it's good. It's a tough subject, but we'll get to that in a later podcast. Yeah, thank you for the support, guys. But yeah, if you got a Dear Tony, you want some advice, make sure you send them in. Also, just let us know if you got any questions. I didn't put up a post on Instagram, so I've got no questions. Now, in the pod, we got a shout out. Mono, as our rookie, mate. Who you want to shout out anyone? It doesn't have to be anything about rugby. Who you want to shout out?
Shout out to the Queensland government for free surgery on my knee. I don't know how I schemed that, but thank you, Queensland government.
Medicare. Thank you for the Medicare system. Medicare.
Yeah.
Americans.
Careful, they might come back, come after you again, mate.
I've been suffering from gout for a while, and you guys have definitely come in clutch, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, government.
Thank you, Medicare. Americans listening probably don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, it's free help for something that you need help with your pain. So yeah, thank you, Australian government. Dave, shout out.
My shout out this weekend, along the same themes I've done all night, is a reverse psychology one. Shout out to Freeney. Enjoyed chasing the clout at Rugby Heads. You're not welcome back. Please stay there and never come back.
Wow.
I hope you trip over, you stump your toe tomorrow morning when you wake up.
Wow. Our listeners will be confused if they tuned in when we're doing a bunch of black guys doing the hell, and then you saying we're full. So yeah, this is a real turnaround. Tino, shout out.
Look, I just got a big shout out to the Moana fan base. Look, let's keep strong. That was a nail biter on the weekend, but I think that we'll get into the top 8 somehow. If not this year, next year, or the year after. But
All day.
Moana.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
I'll jump on the back of that. We've got Moana coming to. So if you're in Brisbane, make sure you head over to Suncorp this Friday. We'll be there with Moana kit, but we'll be celebrating both teams. Thank you, Quiz Reds, for the access. But make sure you get down. Locally, get down and support any of the teams, Super Rugby teams in your area, and get around Super Rugby. Now, it's been gone for a while, and I'm bringing it back. I'll start it off this week.
Sorry, I've got one. My last shout out, I forgot. Is that all right?
Hey, can you put your hand up next time and don't interrupt the host, mate?
Sorry.
Thanks, mate. Thanks.
My shout out I forgot was to the 3 Queensland Reds back rowers I picked in my fantasy team this week. Didn't realise they had the bye. I hope you guys play well this week, coming against moi.
Oh, you bloody scrams, mate. But yeah, we'll update on our fantasy next week when the app updates the score properly. But yeah, make sure you get around rugby, and like I said before Dave interrupted me, Song of the Week is back. I'll kick it off this week. I'll pass the baton on to Tino. I'll pass the baton on to Tino or Dave next week. We've got our Song of the Week. It's a bit of country trap, Jamie Ray. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week. Thanks for jumping on, boys. It's good to see you guys. Mono, thank you for your debut. Let us know if Mono should come back or if this will be his last. And